What's up, creatives? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mr. Principal, and today we are diving into something incredibly classic, stylish, and highly requested. We are making a custom flat cap from scratch. Whether you want to elevate your own personal style or add a high demand piece to your clothing brand, this tutorial is for you. I'm breaking down the entire masterpiece into 3 simple, foolproof stages: the cutting process, how to lay out your pattern, and cut your fabric perfectly to ensure the right fit and shape. Secondly, the gumming process, the secret to structure. I will show you exactly how to apply the interfacing and structure the brim so it holds up beautifully. The joining and stitching, that's the third phase now, putting it all together piece by piece for that clean, high-end tailor finish. So stick to the end of this video, ensure to subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So I drafted a pattern for our cap, so maybe in our next video I'll show you how to make a pattern. We need our pattern, we'll need our foam. You can see the width of the foam, and you need your material gum or your cloth gum. You understand? Your cloth gum. We need bias. Sorry, I did not snap that. We need our bias, black bias, depending what your interface is. Material gum is for the interface. So and the main fabric we are using, this is the marked part of the drafted cap. Okay, so we'll place it on the fabric we are working with. Then you trim out exactly allowances for sewing add on that fabric. You don't need to add allowance while cutting. Okay, so you trim it out. You see, I've trimmed it out. I trimmed 2 ones. That's for the middle part of the cap. So this is the middle part of the cap. Just stick with me, apply the same method, you get the same result. So for the 2 sides of the cap, just draft out this part. You've gotten the 2 sides, the sides of the cap. That's it. I'm just making a simple cap. If you want to style it, it's up to you. If you want to make more designs, but this is the major part of that cap. This is how to make the major part of the cap. Okay, so drafted everything. The next thing we'll do is add our foam. Then for us to add our foam, we'll be using B6000. Is that okay? B6000 and our hemming gum. You can see the wideness of hemming gum I'm using. I'm not using the 1-inch wideness, I'm using the 10-inch, so for it to be easier. So first thing you do is you apply your B6000 on the rough side of the fabric. After adding the B6000 little, then you apply the big hemming gum. Okay, then you trim it. After applying, you trim it. Is that okay? So after trimming it, I don't want to fast forward this video because the shots I made, you guys complained of it. I also add the hemming gum to the remaining pieces. So after adding that, then I need the first person to subscribe will get that sweet. Okay, will get a sweet from me. So now you apply it to the foam and heat it. After heating, you trim it. I skipped that part where I ironed it. So after ironing, you heat it, then you so that it will glue to the foam. All right, the sweet is still available. I'm still waiting for the first person to comment I have subscribed to this channel. You get that sweet from me. So you trim this part, trim it accurately to the foam. Is that okay? Now that's the 2 parts. You trim. All right, then we trim the last one. You can see how I'm doing it. Ensure you carry out every step being done in this video. So after that, the next thing we're going to do is to add our material gum. Is that okay? So that's the gum part, and this is the fabric part. So you heat it. I've heated each of them now to the fabric. You understand? Then I'll trim down. I'll trim each carefully. You trim each carefully. So the next thing we're going to do now is to trim it. Now you can see the way I'm doing it. I've trimmed it. That's the first one. For the two sides. Is that okay? It has two sides. So let's trim. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I will reply to all questions. I'm not that busy. I will always reply to your questions. Is that okay? Do well to subscribe, like, follow, and turn on your notification for more uploads. So that's the last one I will be trimming. So we are ready. Then the next thing to do is so now we've gotten our piece ready. Next thing to do is to iron it intensely so that those gum will glue to the fabric, so that while sewing it won't shake. So I placed a rough material on them and I ironed it very well. You can see each is strong. The gum on each of them are intact. So the next thing we're going to do now is to be joining the first two. That's the middle part of the cap. You see the two straight ones. You join them side by side, and you're using 1/4 to join the middle part. You're using 1/4 to join the middle part. 0.25. That's 1/4. We're using to join the middle part. You get? Remember, when drafting the pattern, we did not add any allowance. We used the allowance on the drafted pattern. I said I'll make a video on how to make your draft pattern. So stick to this video, turn your notification. So anytime I drop a video, you get it. Now we've joined the middle part, then we join the sides with the same 1/4. 1/4. Is that okay? Now you can see. Then the next thing we're going to do is to add our bias. Okay. So you add a black bias so that the inside will look nice and neat. Is that okay? So this is the first bias I added. Okay. See, you double stitch, and you also maintain accuracy inside. I will still make a video on how you can make this bias. The last one I did, the last part of the bias fixing did not come out nice. You can still see some rough edges. Let me turn the cap so that you see what I'm saying. Let me turn it. But it's nice, right? You can see the inner part of the last part did not come out nice. The next part is we'll be adding the front part to the cap. Okay. So now the things you need for the front part of the cap is your plastic, your hemming gum, your interface, your foam, and the fabric you are using. Is that okay? So the first thing you will be joining your hemming gum to the foam. These are the pieces of hemming gum I gathered. I know that you do it all like this, so just that I don't want to leave anyone left, so I just placed everything there. I placed the rough material under so that the gum won't show on my table or on my board. So I place the main fabric, the one I'm using, on top of the hemming gum and foam, just the way you are seeing it here. Do it like that. Then you iron it. Then I'll place my rag on it. Then I'll iron it after sprinkling water on the main fabric. So after sprinkling water on it, I add my rag. No, not rag. The ironing this thing. Then I iron it. Now I've ironed it. Okay. I've ironed it. Then you add your plastic. All right. So you see the way I position the plastic. Watch carefully. Down. This is the best way. Then you add your interface, your material gum or your cloth gum. ensure you're using the right side so that it won't stick to your iron. How do you interface? You iron it. I put my rag on it. Ensure you arrange it properly so that to avoid it to rump. To avoid rump, carefully place your ironing fabric. Carefully place it and still check if it aligns. So you arrange it properly. You can see the way I'm taking my time to arrange that. Then sprinkle water on it, then iron it. Let me adjust my camera a bit. So after ironing, it will come out this way. Alright, so you just have to, you see everywhere is glued, then you trim the excesses. Trim the excesses. Just, you don't have to cut exactly, just trim out major excesses. Then next thing you do is use your invisible footer to stitch the front part. You use your invisible footer to stitch the front part. Now I've done that. So you see, then I trimmed it to half, that front part to 1/2 inch. So that's the part I'll be using to join the cap. Is that okay? Then you trim out the excesses at the top. Then you notice the notch at the on the plastic. Then you mark it outside, like parallel to it. So now that's the notch center. That's the center you use in positioning the cap so that it will align. And you see the way I position the cap. Then you stitch it. After stitching, you can turn it inside. Is that okay? So this is the cap. The finishing part still coming up. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much.